Yeah, I'm sure that by now you've heard about the power blackout in Europe and the ensuing chaos that went with it. And what was very interesting to me is that this ordeal lasted around about 8 hours or so, some places a little bit longer. But just to hear when you listen to the guys giving the interviews, just to hear the amount of panic and stress that they've experienced, it's actually amazing seeing that we live in South Africa and that we are, I can almost say, used to power outages and what comes with it. It's just interesting that the way that we've been exposed to it and the way that they've been exposed to it is so different, and that we are able to deal with it in a much different and better way than what they did. A very interesting thing is that if I listen to what happened there, a lot of people were having problems with shelter. A lot of people were caught out on their way home. Apparently it did happen late afternoon sometimes, late evening sometimes, and a lot of people were caught without shelter. Some people had to sleep outside. Some people slept in places they made available for them to sleep, you know, like community centers and stuff like that. So shelter will definitely be my concern as well, especially going into the winter months now. I would definitely like to have shelter in forms of a normal mylar blanket that I would carry with me, and then obviously also the clothes that I'm wearing. As you can see, I'm already wearing a jacket. I would definitely like to have at least a proper layer of clothing and a mylar blanket for my shelter. The next thing that came out quite clearly is water. A lot of people didn't have any water with them, and within a short time all the water was sold out. So water is definitely something that I would like to have with me as well. So I would definitely at least have a liter or two of bottled water with me, or something to drink, and then also my water tablets for purifying or treating water in the event of me finding a water source that is not totally trusted, and maybe even not properly treated, because if the power has been off for 24 hours, there is a possibility that water might be contaminated. So definitely a water filter, water tablets, and then also a live straw would also be very important, seeing that the live straw, you can actually drink water almost immediately out of the source. Yeah, the next thing that came up also very clearly is that food was a problem. I would have some energy bars like my normal carry, or my normal get-home bag does have energy bars, and then biltong snacks, something like that, and then if possible even a MRE, a meal ready to eat, to make sure that I've got some food, sustainable food with me in an emergency like that. So yeah, that would be my food. Although food is not your main priority, I think 24 hours I should be fairly good at surviving without food during that 24 hours. But food is also one of your priorities, so if you can have something to give you energy, that would be great. Yeah, then I get into my miscellaneous list of stuff that I would like to have with me. First of all, I would love to have my cell phone and a battery bank to recharge the phone, purely for we would normally use that as our means of communication, and then also navigation. So I would definitely like to have that. I would also definitely like to have some cash with me, because with cash, one of the things that happened in Europe power outage is that cash was also a problem, or buying stuff was a problem, because they couldn't operate the normal payment methods, electronic payment methods. So cash was definitely a good thing to have with them. Then obviously my knife, that forms part of my EDC, and then a rucksack or a bag to carry all of my stuff with would be also advantage, and will definitely help. And then just a torch or a headlamp with some extra batteries to utilize. But that's, like I said, these things are optional extras, if you want to call it like that. Definitely not something that you cannot live without. And then also a map and a compass would be great. Fortunately, if in my area, I've got a fairly good idea of what's going on, so that would not be the biggest problem for me. So a map and a compass, if I had one. And then the last thing that I would definitely like to have is a first aid kit, because chances are that you are going to bump into something, fall into a ditch, something like that, and there might be injuries that is linked to that. So it would be a good idea to have some form of medical first aid kit with you in order to help yourself and others should you find someone along the road. Yeah, so that's just a quick video on my view of a 24 power outage based on what we have experienced or what we've seen in happening in Europe. I would definitely like to have these items and to be prepared like that in order to deal with that. So that's what I would like to have with me as a very, very, very bare minimum. I always have my get home bag either in my vehicle or in my bike. So I do have extra equipment with, but saying that that would be the very minimum stuff that I would like to have with me in order to at least get a good start on getting home to survive a situation like that. With that being said, thank you for watching. I hope that you got some ideas from this, and that you will also think about the way that you prep and the way that you do your things in order to make sure that you can actually get home in an event like that, if it happens when you are away from home, at work, most probably at work, but also if it happens somewhere else, that you've got the ability and the means to get home. So thank you for watching. Keep on prepping. Please like, subscribe and share, and enjoy the rest of your day. And until the next one, keep on prepping.